This is Dr. Rahman, and welcome to Menopause Unfiltered. This is the last in the series of Dry as the Sahara. Different things that women can do that will help with vaginal dryness. And vaginal dryness is one of those things that women will sometimes experience as a result of changes related to perimenopause and menopause. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that's fairly controversial, and I need you to listen to what I have to say very carefully. I will be talking about the Yoni egg. This is a Yoni egg. I will specifically be talking about a Yoni egg that is small in size and how some women are inserting Yoni eggs into the vagina to increase vaginal lubrication during sex. That's right. They would take the Yoni egg, the wider end goes in first, they insert it into the vagina, and it stays in the vagina while they're engaging in sexual activity. And there have been reports from women saying that this increases the vaginal moisture, it increases the sensation. These are stories from women that I have heard. These are stories from reliable women that I know they are telling the truth, and it's also something that I have experienced. But let me start by saying that there have been no scientific studies to verify the benefit. There have been no comparative studies to look at the use of a Yoni egg or any other type of device to enhance vaginal lubrication. And does it even make sense that something like this inside your vagina would increase lubrication? Theoretically, anything that could potentially increase the pressure or increase the blood flow to the vagina might result in increased lubrication. So it's not completely far-fetched that women would notice increased lubrication. But here's the key, and this is the part that we have to understand. It hasn't been studied. We can't prove yes or no, and that's not because this is not important. It's because women's pleasure hasn't often been prioritized. The medical community, let me be very clear about this. The medical community does not endorse the use of Yoni eggs because it hasn't been studied and they cannot reliably say it's a good thing. But that's the problem. The problem is because there are no studies, it leaves it wide open for social influencers to make all sorts of claims about the benefit. So any woman can Google and see testimonials about something that really is untested. And that's why this is important, because we're stuck. We can't get the verification that we want from the medical community, and yet we get these wild promises from social influencers. So we're in the middle. And what I am trying to do is make us aware of there are things that might potentially have a benefit if used correctly. And there is a certain way to use. You don't necessarily leave this in your vagina all the time. You make sure it is clean. You store it in a clean place. But the fact that things go into a vagina is not that unusual. Lots of things are put in a woman's vagina. A finger, a penis, even medical devices are sometimes put into a woman's vagina. This is an example of a pessary. A pessary is a device that goes into a woman's vagina. So the idea that there are things that are put into a woman's vagina for a variety of reasons isn't unusual. The problem is we're not taking the time to verify benefits. So we can't give women reliable information. And so I'm saying, I am willing, I am willing to tell women about potential benefits with the understanding that we need to come together. We need to demand, we need to do our own studies. So if you are interested in doing additional studies, let me know because it's time. It's been time. You deserve it. This is Dr. Rahman, and next week we'll start talking more about sexual dysfunction. And until then, take care.